Hello everybody, this is Fernando for the latest Mysteries and Oddities video. So I have this new mystery here that I'd love to talk about. I actually found this online as I was looking up other information for some of my other videos. It's not based on any of your current suggestions, but still, looking at this information, lots of good stuff. I thought that I would love showcasing it for everyone here because to this very day it remains probably the most mysterious manuscript slash book found within the world. And once I list the reasons why, I think you'll understand why it remains that to this day. And it has to do with this. You're looking at this manuscript known as the Voynich Manuscript, and it remains by far one of a kind when it comes to its language, when it comes to its illustrations. Even to this day, after 100 years, no one has been able to decipher exactly what it means. So here's all the information associated with this Voynich manuscript. So what is it exactly? Well, for starters, it was a manuscript that was found by a bookseller and a book collector named Wilfrid Voynich, which is again hence the name of it being the Voynich manuscript. And when it was found with a letter dated sometime around 1666. It was enclosed somewhere within the actual manuscript, and that kind of gave a good pathway as to how dated this manuscript is. In fact, it's actually been carbon dated. There has been tests done within the book itself, within the pages, and it's been able to state and find out that somewhere between 1404 and 1438, that's when this manuscript was created. A long time ago. We're talking over 500 years that this thing has existed. Further proof comes from the fact that some of the stuff illustrated within it seems to have clothing in particular with that era too. But here's where things get really mysterious with regards to this manuscript. You're looking at pictures of it here throughout this video so far. Now you see that language that's tied to the texts, to the page. That is an undecipherable language not known to any language here on Earth. Nobody seems to know exactly what it is. It's completely handwritten. It's about 246 pages, and it's been found to have about approximately 170,000 characters. All of them basically hand printed one by one without any mistakes. So if you can believe that, imagine a novel of sorts, 246 pages, carefully hand printed, but no mistakes allowed. You don't see any scratch outs, you don't see any rewrites. Whoever did this did so with complete accuracy. And again, this language is unlike anything within the world. In fact, it's remained one of the most popular studies when it comes to trying to find out and decipher what it is exactly. I think it's called cryptography when it comes to that specific term, the deciphering of unknown language or unknown characters. Who the owners were of this, there seems to be not much information other than the letter, the one that was found within the manuscript, kind of showcasing some of the previous owners, including an English monk, and then another Renaissance man of some sort. But otherwise, whoever created this manuscript, that remains totally unknown. The only other information tied to it seems to be the fact that it's been theorized that it was written somewhere in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. I guess it was based on the materials, whatever it was made of. Maybe even the ink itself, who knows, but it's been theorized that that's where it was created, again somewhere between 1404 and 1438. What adds further mystery to this thing is the fact that these drawings make no sense. Clearly they look like they have to do with certain plants, certain, I guess, illustrations, zodiac signs, but a lot of that stuff is not here. Like, for example, it's been noted that there's 6 different sections within the book, at least the closest thing you consider to sections. There's one involving botanical chapters, those are the large plant illustrations, but again, those plants make no sense. There's nothing like them at all here on this earth. There's something close to them. I mean, they look like plant life. It's not something that you would just totally not think they're plant related, but at the same time, they don't look like anything here. And then with regards to another chapter, there's one for astronomy, including drawings of celestial bodies and some of the zodiac signs. Probably the closest thing involving something to Earth is a chapter involving a lot of figures of nude women in bathtubs or in rivers of some water. Clearly they look like women, clearly they look like naked women, so it's not like it's something alien outright, but still, that's one of the best signs with regards to whoever doing this being familiar, of course, with their surroundings. Then there's other chapters involving more plant life, and then there's another one, interestingly enough, that involves apparently food recipes or what look like food recipes, but there's no illustrations. There has been also stuff noted that there's pages missing, probably around 40 or so pages. No, I'm not actually, my apologies, I don't know exactly the correct number of them, but it's been theorized that there is still a good number of those pages that are outright missing. And in total, out of those 246 pages of text, 220 of them contain these illustrations. That takes a lot of work. That shows that whoever created this spent a lot of time doing this, again, handwritten. I mean, look at that. Look at the text. Imagine taking one single pin, I guess the closest thing of a pin there, and then dipping it in ink, and then going one by one, character by character, line by line, all the way from top to bottom, left to right, which it has been theorized with strong evidence that that's how this was written, left to right, top to bottom, and thinking that you're doing this for 246 pages. Lots and lots of work with regards to that. Someone had to have the time, the patience, maybe even the money to do so, because they would have to have spent so much effort in order to do something like this. But as far as what it means and where it comes from, no one knows. To this very day, even after 100 years, there's nothing in terms of any resemblance of making sense. Everything still remains so ambiguous, and even some of the best people that have been taking this on as a challenge, trying to find out exactly like what it means. Maybe they're the ones that can decode it. Then they have it. The closest, apparently, that's been to deciphering this language, it seems to be only 10 words. 10 words out of the entire 246, out of the entire 100,000 plus characters. Only about 10 words have been deciphered, and even then, those are hotly contested because there is not 100% proof that those 10 words are correct. They were simply, I was reading some of the information associated with it, and it seems like it was simply someone taking other known languages and then thinking that that is close to what they look like, close to what they could mean, but not 100%. It's not the smoking gun, in other words, that people are looking for. But yes, that's pretty much all the information tied to it. Who could have left it? There's theories that it could have been someone that was just a little bit off of their rocker, just someone just trying to create their own language, someone that wasn't 100% there, maybe mentally ill as well. There's that theory. There's another theory that it could have been someone that was just trying to create a whole new language, maybe someone that in a way was trying to make an impact of something with regards to this. If you're thinking that, you know, how whacked out is that theory, think of it this way. In the world of Star Trek, someone took the time from scratch to create the Klingon language. It is an actual language that people can learn to this day. So clearly it's a niche language, like no one else on a mass popular scale is going to talk about it and going to talk in a Klingon language, but still, from a small group of people, someone created it and then it slowly spread throughout a small group. So maybe the same thing was happening here, that someone was trying to create a language of some manner, and then that way they could have it hopefully spread out to others. And then if you wanted to go really far out, there's the theory that this actually could be related to aliens. So this is a 2-for-1 video, and when it comes to adding in the alien UFO side, there's a theory that because of the plants looking so otherworldly, the idea is that someone did draw the right plants, it was just the wrong planet. And then also because of the language again being undecipherable, this could be something that is truly from another world, a human population, maybe even like the one of my other videos, Men from Torrid, like another area where it's another dimension, it's another place. Maybe they could be aliens slash grays, or maybe they could be just human beings from another dimension, but they in turn created this, and then somehow it fell through to us here. So that's again real far out there. That's probably the furthest theory that it can be, but that's all the information as far as what could have created this and the reasons for the Voynich manuscript. But yes, pretty fascinating information, don't you think, with regards to this manuscript. If you're wondering where it is currently, if you wanted to try to check it out, I guess it was donated to Yale, their university there. They have it in a section called the Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, and it's specifically under a call number named MS408. So I have no idea how one could possibly ask to see this book. Know that it's under a lot of heavy protection, a lot of heavy clearance that you have to get through, but if you're interested, it is somewhere there in that library at Yale University. So alright everybody, if anyone has any more info, anything else they can share that related to this, that'd be really good to hear. I hope that you enjoyed this particular mystery, because to me it was really fascinating when I was reading this information. So alright everybody, thanks again as always, take care.